The tech world is currently standing at the edge of a massive shift. Looking at a machine so small it fits in the palm of your hand, yet so powerful it makes the massive workstation towers of yesterday look like relics from the Stone Age. We are living the year 2026, and the industry is shaking because of a series of unprecedented leaks that have pulled back the curtain on Apple's most ambitious project yet, the Mac Mini M5. For years, the Mac Mini was the underdog, the budget option for those who wanted the Mac experience without the eye-watering price tag of a Mac Pro. But something changed. Apple realized that by shrinking the footprint and maximizing the silicon, they could create a monster in a lunchbox. Today, we aren't just talking about a minor spec bump or a slightly faster processor. We're talking about the birth of the 2-nanometer era, a shift in architecture that redefines what we mean by personal computing. The leaks we are diving into today aren't just whispers from a supply chain. They're detailed schematics, benchmark results that defy logic, and even early unboxing glimpses from accidental, early shipments that have surfaced in the darkest corners of the web. Welcome back to my channel Tech Rivet for exclusive insights into the future of tech. Subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon for more tech updates. Now, let's get into the heart of the M5 mystery. Why is the world so obsessed with a silver box that hasn't changed its outer shell in years? It's because of what's happening inside that aluminum chassis. The M5 chip isn't just an evolution of the M4. It's a total reimagining of the system on a chip. Sources within the supply chain in Taiwan have confirmed that Apple has successfully moved to a 2 nanometers process node. For those who aren't tech nerds, let me break that down. It means Apple is cramming billions more transistors into a space smaller than a fingernail. This leads to a theoretical performance leap of nearly 30%, while actually consuming less power than your desk lamp. But the real kicker? The neural engine. With the 2026 update, Apple is reportedly introducing a neural accelerator inside every single GPU core. We're looking at a 3.5x boost in AI processing. In a world where AI is no longer a gimmick but a daily necessity for video editing, coding, and generative art, the Mac Mini M5 is positioning itself as the ultimate AI hub for your home office. Consider the unboxing experience, because the leaks have given us a very clear picture of what to expect when that white box finally hits your doorstep. Apple is leaning heavily into their carbon-neutral 2030 goal, so the packaging is slimmer than ever. But once you pull that tab and lift the lid, the M5 Mac Mini sits there like a polished gemstone. While the 5x5-inch form factor remains, Apple clearly believes they've hit the peak design for thermal efficiency. The finish feels different. There are rumors of a new midnight chrome finish that reflects light in a way we haven't seen since the old Mac Pro cylinders. As you lift the unit, you'll notice the weight. It's dense. It feels like a solid block of technology. And then you turn around. This is where the leaks get spicy. For the first time, we are seeing Thunderbolt 5 across the entire Pro lineup. We're talking about data transfer speeds of up to 120 gigabits per second. To put that in perspective, you could move a 4K feature-length film from an external drive to your internal storage in the time it takes you to blink. This isn't just a port. It's a bridge to a future where external GPUs and lightning-fast RAID arrays become standard for even the most basic setups. The real magic happens when you press that power button for the first time. The leaks regarding the boot speeds and the instant-on capabilities of macOS Tahoe are staggering. Because of a new Fusion architecture, the M5 chip can wake up and be ready to render a complex 3D scene before your monitor even finishes flickering to life. The benchmarks that have leaked on Geekbench 7 show a single core score that eclipses the current Mac Studio. Think about that for a second. A $699 entry-level machine is outperforming a $2,000 professional workstation from just 18 months ago. This is the iPad Pro moment for the desktop. Apple is essentially saying that entry-level is a meaningless term. Whether you're a student writing an essay or a data scientist running massive LLMs locally, the M5 doesn't discriminate. It provides a level of headroom that ensures this machine won't just be relevant for 2 or 3 years, but for a decade. The transition to 16 gigabytes of RAM as the absolute baseline, with leaks suggesting 24 gigabytes might even become the standard for the M5 Pro models. Means the days of memory pressure warnings are finally behind us. Looking at the cooling system, we find another area where the 2026 leaks have revealed some fascinating engineering. You might wonder, how you put a workstation-class chip in a box the size of a double-stacked sandwich without it melting? The answer lies in a new vapor phase thermal design. Instead of just a traditional copper heat pipe and a fan, Apple is reportedly using a vacuum-sealed chamber filled with a specialized liquid that evaporates and condenses to move heat away from the M5 chip with terrifying efficiency. This means that even under a full 100% load during an 8K video export, the Mac Mini remains whisper quiet. No more jet engine sounds coming from your desk. It's this silent power that makes the Mac Mini the king of the sleeper PC world. You look at it and see a cute little box. The M5 sees a challenge and crushes it without breaking a sweat. We must address the elephant in the room, the price. With global DRAM shortages and the move to the expensive 2nm process, many feared Apple would jack up the prices to astronomical levels. However, the most recent leaks suggest a surprising strategy. Apple is moving a significant portion of Mac Mini production to a high-tech facility in Austin, Texas. This move isn't just about made in USA branding. It's about supply chain resilience. By localizing production for the North American market, Apple is reportedly able to keep the base price at that magical $699 mark, though the upgraded storage tiers will likely see a slight bump. The leak suggests a 512 gigabytes SSD as the new starting point, which is a massive win for users who are tired of the 256 gigabytes choke point. When you consider the sheer value of the M5 chip, the inclusion of Wi-Fi 7, and the leap to Bluetooth 6.0, the value proposition here is almost unbeatable. It's not just the best Mac for the money. It's arguably the best computer on the planet for the money. As the official unveiling at WWDC 2026 approaches, the hype is reaching a fever pitch. We've seen the renders, we've seen the leaked benchmarks, and we've heard the stories of testers being blown away by the M5 Pro's ability to handle ray tracing in real time. Gaming on Mac has always been a bit of a meme, but with the M5, the joke is over. The hardware-accelerated ray tracing on this chip, combined with Game Porting Toolkit 3, means that the Mac Mini is now a legitimate gaming console. Imagine playing the latest AAA titles at 4K 60 frames per second on a machine that takes up less desk space than a mousepad. That is the reality the M5 is bringing to the table. It's a convergence of professional power, consumer simplicity, and futuristic efficiency.